Whether you're looking for your first bike or you've been riding for years, Zylstra Harley-Davidson has a large selection of new and used motorcycles, along with a huge selection of parts, accessories, motor clothes, and a service department complete with 3 master techs. Zylstra, we live for you to ride.
It's the definition of awesome. LAZERfest, presented by Kum and Go. We go all out at Kum and Go and everything that rocks. Laser 103.3.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining me backstage at the Kum and Go Studios here at LAZERfest, a band that, you know, I get asked this a lot of who I'm looking forward to seeing most at LAZERfest, and I get that question every year. This year, of course, I said, you know, I qualified it with, of course, I'm looking forward to all the bands, but one band in particular that I've had my eye on ever since we announced you're a part of it is Volbeat. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm being joined by my good friends in Volbeat. Michael, first of all, thank you for being a part of our show today. Welcome to Iowa.
Thank you. My pleasure.
It's really great to have you here. I made a prediction earlier, and I just told you guys about this. The fact that I have a feeling once this day is over with and you guys have gotten through your set, there will be more Volbeat shirts sold than any other shirt on the grounds today. That's my prediction.
So you're the guy who buy all the shirts?
Well, there goes my paycheck. Thanks a lot, Michael. No, thank you for coming again. I'm so excited, and I have to admit to you that I got into you guys because of Beyond Hell, Above Heaven, which is the new album from Volbeat. And I find myself at this point now working backwards into your catalog with great songs like Still Counting, which, you know, is a big song in your live set, and I'm sure we'll see here today. I think you and I have very similar influences in terms of music, because you guys really do have lots of different sounds you incorporate, lots of different influences.
Yeah, you know, I grew up with parents who constantly was listening to music from the 50s and 60s, especially the 50s. So a lot of music from Elvis, Johnny Cash, and Little Richard, and Chuck Berry, and Jerry Lee Lewis was, you know, my childhood home. So, you know, those kind of songs got stuck in my head when I, you know, was writing material for Volbeat. I had a death metal band before Volbeat. So I somehow, you know, stick to the sound, you know, distort the guitars and the double bass drum, but, you know, musically and melody-wise, you know, you can definitely hear the inspiration from the 50s.
Absolutely. Now, there are a lot of people who know you from Fallen, obviously, was the first single from the new album, and now A Warrior's Call, which has just been absolutely massive here in the United States, and here in particular in Des Moines, Iowa. I can tell you, been playing the hell out of it, and everybody seems to love this. If these two songs are the only songs that our audience are familiar with, they're in for a surprise, I think, when they listen to the rest of your music, including some of your back catalog that I just mentioned, because it really does range from rock to metal to rockabilly to maybe a little bit of like punk influence in there too. Yeah, it's hard to get away with that these days, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, it looks ridiculous on the paper, you know, but it definitely works out great for Volbeat live. So, and we're definitely a live band, you know. We love being on stage, and somehow we you know, we managed to get all those different styles combined and make them to one, you know, the Volbeat style.
I have to ask this. Because you have so many different styles going on in this band, how do you make it all work once you hit the recording studio? Because I'm sure one guy has something in mind and maybe somebody else says, no, I'd rather do it this way. Does that ever get... Is that... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean...
We fight a lot.
You do?
Of course.
It's good to admit that.
Nah, I don't know. We never really think too much about that stuff. It's just like things happen, and if it sounds like a punkish kind of song and it works, well, then it works. If it's more like a metal type kind of song and it works, then it works. You know, I don't think we really put too much thought into what we have to do it this way or that.
And honestly, we actually never fight.
Never.
No. You know, we always very much prepare before we go into the studio. Lots of times the other guys have no idea how the songs will end up sound like, because there's so many things I have in my head that would first be on the record when we enter the studio. But, you know, now and then I will explain the guys the ideas. But in general, you know, everything is ready when we go into the studio. And as Jon said, you know, we pretty much quickly find out if it works or not. You know, it's a stomach feeling. You know?
They have really embraced you here in the United States, and I know you said earlier that, you know, the crowds have just been amazing so far. I think you'll see a lot of the same of that, you know, here in Des Moines, Iowa. And again, really appreciate you guys coming to do our show this year. Guys like me are super excited just to see what you have in store for us. But Volbeat, everybody, hitting the Meskwaki Bingo Casino Hotel stage at 4:25 this afternoon. Michael, Jon, thank you guys so much for stopping by, and I know we've got some people here who are looking forward to meeting you guys. So thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's the definition of awesome. LAZERfest, presented by Kum and Go. We go all out at Kum and Go and everything that rocks. Laser 103.3.